Hello and welcome to my channel Technik. My name is Jay Singh. In my 3.5 decades of a career, I have had the privilege of leading some brands like Volvo in India and Class Agriculture Machinery. Technik brings to you insights, interactions with industry leaders, and under the Super Machine series, we are going to have an interesting episode today. I'm talking about today the crushing and screening industry. Now, that's an industry that requires really strong muscles. Why do I say this? And that's because the machines are supposed to be built solidly to withstand certain unusually high forces and wear. And the people who build them are therefore also of having strong muscles. Now, these people are identifiable by the strong will to succeed and a will to do the best for customers. I have with me today an industry stalwart. R.S. Raghavan is the owner and managing director of PROMAN Infrastructure Solutions Pvt Limited. Raghavan, welcome to my show, to Technik, and I look forward to a very good interaction with you.
Thanks, Jay. Thanks for the introduction. And welcome to our facility here in Pvt.
Thank you.
So, Pvt industrial area, as you know, is one of the leading, the role model industrial area of Karnataka, or for that matter in India. We have, other than Proman, of course, we have Toyota and Bosch,
Yes.
which more than some of the biggest facilities. And Toyota's only facility of manufacturing cars are in this area. 24 years back, when I wanted to start something on my own, I was just the first thing which always think about what's the name of the company. Now, the name of the company has to really represent us. So that's why me and my wife, when we sat down and looked at various options, we said, okay, let's keep it as pro man. Because a pro man is a professional man or a professional management.
Hi, I'm Komala Raghavan, also known as Radhika. I joined the company ProMan at a time when Raghavan's ideas were taking shape. He had this very strong conviction of a global business of crushing equipment and manufacture that we could take to a certain scale, which would be highly competitive and primarily India based. Over the years, I looked after areas of work to do with human resources and a lot of areas to do with advertising and publicity, because which was important for us to showcase what we do to the rest of the world. It was not too long before we realized that we wanted to enter the space of corporate social responsibility, because which was a part of a very crucial aspect of work.
Raghavan, before I ask you the first question, what is your golf handicap? And I know that you are crazy about golf. What's your handicap?
Yeah.
Or is that a secret?
No, these days it is over the 20s because I'm not being playing much. And yes, I need to play much more than what I've been doing the last couple of years.
Great. All right. Raghavan, we started our careers together a long time back, more than 3 decades back. And that company trained us in construction machines, in mining machines, in compressed air. What made you move away from that segment to crushing?
Now, when it came to choosing the business or choosing my last part of my career with a company called Nordberg, which I started in India and established it
Great.
way back.
Did you say Nordberg?
Yes.
Which country was this from?
This is from a company called, this is from Finland.
Right.
And one of the reason I came into this field of crushing and screening was during my days in the Middle East. I was the only guy who could spend time and understand the process. And obviously, when I had to start something on my own, crushing was the most obvious choice because I could see a lot of gaps in the market.
Could you put a number to the size of what the industry is today? And of course, the obvious next question is, where do you think it will grow in 5 years' time?
Yeah. See, crushing, when you look at aggregates and the mining,
Yeah.
it's a huge market.
Right.
So we're talking maybe close to 3,000 crores. Because when you look at the minerals, the major minerals, minor minerals, crushing, grinding, the processing. So we started off focusing mainly on the aggregate,
Okay.
which itself again is a very big market when you look
Right.
at the infrastructure requirement. And as I said, whether it's an asphalt road or a dam project
Right.
or a cement road,
Right.
one thing which you commonly need is aggregates
Right.
and sand.
Right.
So when you look at the cement,
Right.
the proportion of the cement versus the
Right.
aggregate,
Right.
aggregate and sand is almost 4 to 5 times. So this is the biggest demand, and you need to produce quality aggregates.
If you lump it together and you said 3,000 crores, in 5 years' time, what do you think this number will be, or in terms of annual growth in this business?
Yeah, I think it all depends on the what do you call the mineral sector, the coal. Now, coal is again now being in the focus now, and there's going to be a lot of investment, the private participation in
Yes.
coal.
Yes.
Of course, iron ore is another big market. These are and limestone, which connected with the cement.
Correct.
So these are the major minerals where there involves a lot of material handling, crushing, screening, and the processing.
Would you see a double-digit growth annually in this
Yes, I
business?
think the way the cement consumption is growing, the way the steel consumption is growing, right? That is all connected with the industry. And you will see a country which is going to develop. You need a lot of energy. So coal is going to be there till you really going to replace it, which I don't think is going to happen in the next 1 or 2 decades.
Raghavan, connecting to the previous point, in this business of crushing and screening, there are a number of well-known global players. And then you decided to set up shop under Make in India initiative much before the recent hype on this Make in India and the pride around it. How has been the journey so far?
Yeah, incidentally, I was the manager who was involved in setting up one of the leaders, which is Nordberg, which
Right.
is,
Yeah.
and as I said, those were the days where in every industry or every brand you could either have one or two choices. And quality meant, imported equipment. The government had also given a lot of subsidy rebate for the excise duty or a custom duty. But as you know, Indians are always known for adapting things quickly and understanding,
Right.
because many a times you don't have solutions from the international brands for the local requirements.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's where the gap was.
That's the gap that you talked about.
Yes. So that's where with my knowledge on the crushing and screening, I thought there was a big demand for high quality aggregates and sand, which is where we focused on initially. And we were able to be ahead of the pack right from the day one, wherein we provide solutions to our customers on these fine aggregates and sand requirement.
Our crushers are rugged design based on the feedback from the field. PROMAN machines gives more reliability and working hours, thereby resulting the customer profits.
Raghavan, we heard you talk about the concept of robust design and good manufacturing practices at ProMan. But to a customer, he decides in terms of what he sees as a benefit to him. After all, he's in the business of making money. According to you, what would be the top two, three, or four benefits that you would give to a customer that would make him come to ProMan to buy a product?
See, at Proman, we've always believed in associating with the best in the world when it comes to technology. So, having said that, some of the biggest might not be the best for everything. Crushing, as such, has many stages. Let's say your primary, secondary, or tertiary,
Right,
and the wet process.
right,
First of all, what Proman did was we tied up with the best in the world when it comes to these equipment.
okay,
Let's say when it comes to a jaw crusher, or the cone, or the vertical shaft impactor, or the washing plants,
right,
or the screens and the feeders.
right.
So we have technology from the one of the best companies in the world. And the other thing which we all, right from the beginning, we've been trying to achieve is whatever we do or associate is everything in the interest of the customer. when I say interest of the customer, nothing I'm going to import if it can be made here. And something I will definitely import if I am not able to get the same standard. So anything in the interest of the customer, we have the same policy and we build the machines accordingly. Now, having said that, crusher is just an equipment solution, like we call it as the hardware and the software. So there are any number of people can build the machine, but very few people can apply it correctly.
Right.
So that is where PROMAN excels.
Right.
We are able to apply the machine, the system, to produce what the customer wants.
At PROMAN, we follow the global manufacturing matrices, which is safety, quality, delivery, and people. The first one being safety, we ensure that the people working here work to the best of the safety practices to ensure that there are no incidents and accidents. The second one, which is quality, we ensure that the machines that we build are built to the best possible quality standards. The third metrics is delivery. We are flexible enough to manufacture the portfolio of PROMAN machines in this facility without affecting the delivery timelines. The fourth point is on people. PROMAN puts in all efforts to upskill its employees so that they contribute better towards safety, quality, and deliveries.
If you, for a moment, don't think from a pro-man point of view, if you treat me as a customer, I have a choice of 1 to half a dozen brands to buy a jaw or a cone crusher. What would be my discerning winners that I would see as a benefit to me? And I say, I want a pro-man.
Yeah. See, robust design,
Okay, I have 1,
flexible plant,
2,
which is modular.
yeah,
So he is able to rearrange or try to create a system where he can produce what he wants based on the market needs.
right.
So all these aspects go into the design.
And I heard you already. One clear benefit is that because you will produce locally what can be done instead of importing it, therefore my cost of repair also comes down.
And the customer will produce what he wants, what he can sell.
Absolutely.
So that's the key from his point of view.
right. Everything is linked together.
Yeah.
See, since we are in 15 years the PROMAN customer, so we are actually really satisfied in the PROMAN company. And the spare parts also they are giving very continuously. They are giving there is no breakup in the machinery side and whatever the field section. They are also supporting very good, and the plant also going very nice. So in future, I think so. PROMAN is the master of this field. I think so. In future, maybe in 3 to 4 years. And thank to Raghavan also and his team also. They are a very good team. They have a very good experienced team they have made. Everything we are satisfied right now. See, now the demand is only one demand that is called M-sand, manufacture sand.
Okay.
Because of scarcity of the river sand. It's not scarcity, they are the totally state ban this river sand. But they are giving some little bit areas taking the river sand.
Okay.
But there is not too much to Karnataka development of areas.
Okay.
So plenty needed of manufacture sand. But this PROMAN particularly is famous for the VSI.
Okay.
What is the vertical shaft impactor will do? They can give the more product time sand.
Mm-hmm.
This is a plus point sector. See, other machineries, I already have sandwich plant also. I have Puzlona 2 plant also.
Mm-hmm.
I have in 8 plants.
Okay.
I have 2 other company plant also.
Okay.
But they are giving 200 ton per hour they are giving. But that 200 ton per hour, I am taking out the material of 120 to 130 ton. But here, what is advantage is, we have taken off 250 TPH. Normally, I am taking per hour 210 to 220 ton per hour. This is a specialty of the PROMAN.
Yeah.
What they are giving commitment, that much of material I can get the outside.